Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Tuesday evening, so let's begin. First up, we begin with the weather. As you know, it's still snowing out there. The snow been snowing since this morning around 7 a.m., 8 a.m., that's when the snow started coming into New Hampshire and started snowing. And it's still snowing out there and going to go into the evening hours. Temperatures below freezing as snow continues. Let's take a listen to that weather video from meteorologist Kevin Skrupa.
Winter weather advisory remains in effect until this evening as the light snow continues to fall across the Granite State. It is a line of light snow making its way from southwest to northeast across the state, making for some slippery travel in spots. It isn't the rate of snow making travel difficult. The road crews certainly able to keep up with a lot of what is falling. It is the temperatures, which are several degrees below the freezing mark and expected to remain that way into this evening before this eventually levels off later on tonight. So what we have seen over the last few hours, record this before you just before noontime, is expected to continue through the afternoon into this evening. There may be a couple of little breaks here and there. There may even be a little bit of a mixture of sleet in a couple of southern areas as we go through the remainder of the afternoon. You notice on Futurecast again, kind of the theme continues. This will likely be around for the evening commute, and you can see temperatures kind of holding anywhere from the mid-20s to lower range of the 30s. We will start to fall back later tonight, and this system does fall apart after about midnight tonight. A few flurries early tomorrow morning and temperatures down into the 20s. A few breaks of sunshine tomorrow morning, and then a front approaches from the west during the afternoon. Notice a couple of snow showers starting to pop up after 2 or 3 o'clock. That line you see through Vermont at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon will be an Arctic front coming through. That front could even have a couple of brief snow squalls with them. That is the leading edge of some very cold air that's going to start building in later on Wednesday night and will be around for Thursday. Notice the temperatures. Those are actual temperature numbers for Thursday morning down in the single digits, and that doesn't even factor in the wind, which is expected to gust over 20 to 25 miles an hour. You will notice any sort of flurries early Thursday giving way to some sunshine through the afternoon, partly to mostly sunny skies also on Friday, and this could be the beginnings of a long extended stretch of relatively quiet weather going forward. Partly sunny skies heading into the weekend with nothing more than a couple of flurries or a passing snow shower, and it looks like this trend continues into the beginning and middle of next week as well. So you'll notice the wind chills, which on Wednesday afternoon, fairly normal for this time of year, in the teens to lower range of the 20s. But notice when the colder air rushes in, everyone is sub-zero early Thursday morning, and not a tremendous amount of improvement through the day. So that by Friday morning, again, we're talking sub-zero for wind chill readings before eventually we start to come back a little bit toward reality as we work our way into the weekend. Again, air mass will start to moderate going forward. Time being, though, looking at light snow with some mixing in southern areas of the state, temperatures in the 20s to lower 30s before dropping into the low and mid-20s tonight. All told, if we're talking over 4 inches of accumulation, the best chance of that is in southern parts of the state. But this is anywhere from 12 to as much as 17 hours of light snow that it is going to take to eventually pile this up. Again, the main issue is the fact that temperatures remain below freezing as this continues to fall. Tomorrow, the impact day for any sort of snow squalls between 2 and 6 p.m., and then it's the very cold wind chills for Thursday and Thursday night.
Okay, and there you go on that weather video from meteorologist Kevin Skrupa. And it is just a dangerous, slow-going commute this evening. Let's take a look at your evening commute on your traffic map right now. And as you can see on the traffic map, it is just slow-going, lots of red, yellow, and lots of issues all over New Hampshire, as you can see. So, if you are trying to get to your destination this evening right now, take it easy on the roadways, don't rush, keep your speeds at a good speed limit, and you'll eventually get to your destination. And roads are slick and slippery still, and it will be for much of the evening until the snow ends, and then tomorrow morning could be slippery as well. Temperatures might be freezing, so be prepared for tomorrow morning traffic as well. But as you can see, lots of issues all here and here and here, so slow going. Just pack your patience if you're on the roadway right now. And now, let's get to your news. First up, roads slippery as snow coats surface across New Hampshire. Multiple spin-out crashes reported. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer and Andy Hirschberger.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart. It's how we maximize.
Mike, the snow started falling in measurable amounts a couple of hours ago. Now it's kind of switched over to a little bit of combination snow and freezing rain. While we're not expecting a lot, it is enough to make you pay attention. Now, by 10 o'clock in the morning, the snow had started to coat and cover the Everett Turnpike. It wasn't a lot for the plows to move, maybe an inch or two at most, but it was enough to slow the speeds on the turnpike. Now, in addition to making the roads a little slippery, the snow at times made it tougher for drivers to see where they were going. While in downtown Nashua, store owners had their shovels out, making sure that the sidewalks were safe for their customers. Now, while the snow may have been keeping some shoppers home, others were going about their business as usual.
I was just thinking as I was walking down here, it's so beautiful right now. It's a perfect day to go out and shop. It's really the Christmas spirits here right now.
I like it this time of year, but after the holidays, I'm over it.
I'm going to work today. I'm going for my walk this afternoon. I work 4 miles a day for 49 years by the Mine Falls in Nashua. Then I have some lunch, and I'm going to work.
So nothing's going to slow Pat down as you take a live look at the snow-covered sidewalks here in Nashua. Now, Pat says he's originally from Canada, so it's not going to little snow bother him. Says the key in situations like this, just take it a little slower, whether you're walking or driving. Reporting live in Nashua, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And remember, before you get on the roadway with your car, remember to clean off that car. Jessica's law requires drivers in New Hampshire to clear snow off cars. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Huge tax breaks for the rich while the middle class continues to struggle. That's what happens when billionaires are able to control the political system. No more tax breaks for billionaires. We're going to fight for equal pay for equal work, healthcare for all of our people, and a livable wage.
Would you like to save at least $250 and possibly save lives before you head out on the road today? It is simple. Just simply clean the snow off your vehicle. As the governor was just saying, drivers are required to remove snow and ice before hitting the roads. It's called Jessica's Law, named for Jessica Jo Smith. She was killed in a car accident in Peterborough when a 9-foot piece of ice flew off a tractor trailer and struck her vehicle. Failing to properly clear your vehicle can bring fines up to $500 for a first offense.
Okay, and there you go. So, very simple. Clean off your car before hitting the road. And we're following some breaking news in our newsroom this evening. Suspicious death under investigation in Littleton, AG's office says. Incident appears to be self-contained, authorities say. Officials are investigating a suspicious death in Littleton on Tuesday, according to the New Hampshire Attorney General's office. Officials said the incident appears to be self-contained. No other details were immediately available. This is an ongoing story and will be updated as more information becomes available into our newsroom. Gorham Building, a total loss after fire. No one injured, officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
When you move homes, you move more than just yourself. That's why Xfinity has an easy-to-use online experience to get your TV and internet up and running in a matter of minutes.
Awesome.
Simple, easy, awesome. Click, call, or visit a store today to get started.
New this morning, crews from multiple communities were called in to battle a fire at a Gorham business. Monday morning, it happened at the Pike Industries facility on Lancaster Road. Officials tell us the fire started in a paving machine inside the building before spreading from there. That building, as you can see here, is a total loss. Thankfully, no one was injured.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Route 101 in Epping reopens after tanker crash. Driver suffers non-life-threatening injuries, police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
We're back celebrating the holidays.
And our new Volvo showrooms in Nashua, Concord, and Meredith.
Right now at Lovering Volvo, your first payment is on us, in addition to saving up to $14,000 off select 2019 models.
Call or visit us today.
We do continue to follow that breaking news. Route 101 westbound in Epping has just reopened. This happened moments ago after a crash between a car and a tanker filled with fuel. WMUR's Ray Brewer is live in Epping right now with an update. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Sean. Route 101 eastbound reopened around 3 o'clock this morning, and then literally just minutes ago, DOT workers removed the barriers here at exit 7 in Epping for 101 westbound. They're telling us both lanes have now reopened. Now, officials estimate that the tanker was carrying about 11,000 gallons of fuel. The preliminary investigation shows the car and the tanker were both heading west when, for unknown reasons, the car swerved from the high-speed lane over to the slow lane and hit the tanker, causing it to roll off the highway.
It's a significant leak. It is down the embankment, so the fuel is leaking into the wood line, into the grass, dirt, into the marsh. There is no fuel up on the roadway at this time. Fire departments are actively working on containing the leak. Clean Harbors is en route to clean up the leak. We also have a second tanker truck coming to pump out the residual fuel.
Now, state police say the woman driving the car had minor injuries. The driver of the tanker has serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Once again, Route 101, both east and west bound, both lanes in both directions are now open. Reporting live in Epping, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report and that video. And now let's take a look at that U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Tuesday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you for this Tuesday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green, went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed flat. Oil closed in the green, went up. U.S. 10-year closed in the red and went down. Euro/USD closed in the green, went up. And VIX closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 ekes out another record, notches longest winning streak in a month. The S&P 500 rose slightly to fresh an all-time high on Tuesday and posted its longest winning streak since November. Trump on impeachment vote. I'm not watching. From ABC News. Let's take a look at that video.
I'm not watching. I've not seen it. Look, it's a hoax. The whole impeachment thing is a hoax. We look forward to getting onto the Senate. We're not entitled to lawyers. We're not entitled to witnesses. We're not entitled to anything in the House. It's a total sham. When you have a guy like Schiff go out and make up a statement that I made, he said, this is what he said, but I never said it. He totally made it up. In Guatemala, they handle things much tougher than that. And because of immunity, as House immunity, because of immunity, he can't be prosecuted. He took a statement and totally made it up. It was a lie. It was a fraud. And you just can't do those things. So, look, this has been a total sham from the beginning. Everybody knows it. I've never seen the Republican Party so united. We got, our last vote, as you know, we got 100% of the vote. I believe the Senate is equally as well united. I watched Mitch McConnell this morning. I watched numerous people last night, senators, and I think we're equally well united. They know it's a hoax, it's a witch hunt, and it's just a continuation. It's been going on now for almost 3 years. And it probably started before I even won the election, based on what we're finding out with the insurance policy quotes and other things. So it's a disgrace. Yes, sir.
Are you going to let Senator McConnell decide on witnesses?
Yeah, he can decide. And we'll also have to decide on when we're taking the vote for the USMCA. A very important deal. Very, very important deal with Mexico, Canada, ourselves. We're going to have to decide whether or not that comes first or second. To me, I'd let the Senate decide on that.
And Mr. President, do you take any responsibility for the fact that you're about to be impeached?
No, I don't take any. Zero, to put it mildly. They took a perfect phone call that I had with the president of Ukraine. An absolutely perfect call. You know it. They all know it. Nothing was said wrong in that call. To impeach the president of the United States for that is a disgrace, and it's a mark in our country. And I'll tell you what, other presidents in the future, unless they do something about this, other presidents are going to have to live with this. And every time they do something that's a little bit unpopular, a little bit strong, even if they're 100% right, because I've done a great job. When you look at the kind of jobs we've created, when you look at the economy that we've created, when you look at rebuilding the military, taking care of the vets, you just take a look at what we've done with choice, veterans' choice, with accountability in the vets, with what we've done to protect our Second Amendment, and so many other things. Nobody's done as much as I've done in the first 3 years.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that is it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and bye, everyone.